Let's do one angry gamer, and then we'll move on to John Doyle or something. Media Blaster's Twitter account promotes social justice propaganda. So one angry gamer is a games journalist, air quotes, who seems to hate basically everything. All video games, all everything. It's ridiculous. So let's take a look at this article. The alternative media distributor, Media Blasters, decided to use their social media account to promote social justice propaganda. The account decided to like and retweet domestic terrorist material promoting Black Lives Matter as well as anti-police messaging. Calling Black Lives Matter domestic terrorists is hilarious, but factually incorrect. No. Black Lives Matter is a advocacy group for the rights of African Americans. That's what it is. They're not a domestic terrorist group. They're like a non-profit that organizes events and marches and community events, stuff like that. On August 10th, 2020, a Media Blasters retweeted a social justice message from voice actor Matt Shipman. Matt Shipman, I guess, says, infuriating. From Santa Clarita, California, 3 black teenagers were being attacked by a homeless man, and witnesses called for help. When police arrived, they point their guns and arrested the kids who needed their help, terrifying them, on brand, exhausting. Notice, he says nothing about Black Lives Matter. He's just saying, factually, with this statement that, hey, black teenagers were being attacked, and when the police showed up, instead of stopping the attacker, they pointed guns at the black kids. Infuriating. Correct. None of what this statement is saying is incorrect. The only thing that this guy, one angry gamer, could be mad about here is that these cops are getting called out for being racist sacks of shit. Right? He's basically saying, no, of course he pointed the guns at the black kids. They're black. That's fucking racist. What the fuck is wrong with you? The Media Blasters account also liked posts featuring anti-police messages, such as one from Benjamin Young Savage claiming that the only blue lives that matter are postal workers. True. That is also true. There was also a post that they liked from Julie Nathanson that promoted the domestic terrorist organization known as Black Lives Matter, along with open borders and feminism. Again, Black Lives Matter isn't a terrorist organization. It's not even, no. Nope. It's an advocacy group. But Hannah, the person was supporting black people. It means they're for Black Lives Matter. Maybe. Probably. I think most people at this point are for Black Lives Matter. It's only weirdo right-wingers who get triggered at the idea that, oh no, only white lives don't matter anymore? Or like, no. It's not that just my life matters anymore. Now other people's lives matter? Oh no. And they freak out, because honestly, they don't think Black Lives Matter. Here's a fun thing that happened. And these people, they'll lie to your fucking face about not being racist and their opinions on black people. One time, my mom and I, and this was years ago, were in a therapy session. I don't talk to her anymore, and I don't plan to. And one time we were in a therapy session, and she struggles. She hasn't had, like, a real job in quite a while. She cleans houses occasionally, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But, like, she refuses to get, like, a job, right? Anyway, and one time we were at a therapist, and we were talking about something. I don't remember. And I was talking to her, and I don't remember what I said. But then she went on this tangent, and she's like, you think this is fair, where I have to do this? And this is me, like, quoting her, not exactly verbatim, but the words that are important are verbatim. She basically says, well, black mothers are getting welfare for their, like, 3 kids. Like, just disgusting shit came out of her mouth. These people will say to your face they're not racist, while inside they are, like, just as fucking hateful. It's like they think everyone is secretly, but everyone's hiding it when it's not the case. If you harbor these kind of, like, racist bullshit views, it's just you. Please continue to shut the fuck up about it. and stay out of society if this is how you feel about this kind of stuff. It's disgusting. There are also posts they liked from blah blah blah. This says, I am this house. Please be this house with me. And it says, in this house we believe Black Lives Matter, women's rights are human rights, no human is illegal, science is real. Yeah, all good things. It should sicken every American. And then on the same day America reached 5 million COVID-19 cases, Trump held a press conference from his own golf course to announce his plan to defund Social Security and Medicare to the fucking sound of applause. Yep. It was also confirmed that this was Media Blaster's third Twitter account. The social media manager who runs the account and also happens to be a voice actress and casting director, Yara Naika, confirmed that the Media Blaster's account liking and tweeting out social justice propaganda is legitimate. Oh no, private businesses not agreeing with me on something? So they say, if you want to keep up to date on all the fun offerings that Media Blasters has beyond the horny that is Kitty Media, go follow Media Blasters 1 for updates on titles from Tokyo Shock, Shriek Show. I'm assuming this is like a adult, like, oh god, there's a big bug. I gotta deal with this bug. That's gonna bother me. I gotta get something to kill this bug. Ugh, please stop, bug. Stop moving. I hate it. So this is how democracy dies? Yeah. Give me a sec while I kill this bug. Gamma. Time to die. Ooh. Hope it died. Probably did. I squished it. But it fell, so. The Maru-sama says, I hate admitting this because I'm ashamed of it, but I held similar welfare views due to my mom getting little to no help from the system when she left my abusive dad when I was in college. I had to do a paper on a topic of my choosing. I decided I was going to out welfare queens. I started doing research and was horrified by how wrong I was. I changed a lot that day. Well, at least you recognized you were wrong. That's good. But yeah, my mom is just, she's got problems. She's got 2 DUIs. She's consistently left and gone back to my abusive, like, drunk father. They're both alcoholics, and that's one of the reasons I struggle with, like, drinking, and I have in the past. I'm doing well now. I haven't drank in a decent bit at this point, and I don't really feel the need to. But, like, fucked up. Really fucked up. Her and him deserve each other, I guess. He's racist, too, so. The account also chimed in to respond to a user who queried about how many Twitter accounts Media Blasters recently had, and thus further confirming that the tweets were coming from their official account. Basically, this just goes to show that even distributors of hentai and grindhouse films aren't safe from SJWs. Oh no! Not my anime titties! It's almost like you're on the wrong side of history. It's almost like everyone disagrees with your racist bullshit. What a shock. Remember the rule of 3 I's and how they operate. Infiltrate, inoculate, indoctrinate. This is how they took over the comic book industry. Oh no, my comic books! There's women in my comic books now, and there's a black Spider-Man! This is how they took over the gaming industry, the movie industry, and now they're attempting to do it with anime and manga. Would I be honored to be featured in one of these articles? Oh yeah, for sure. The war is almost over at this point, and they will have won on nearly every front. Good job, comrades. We're nailing it. A lot of it is due to the fact that centrists, TM, have convinced people to not fight back, and if fans ignore them, they'll go away. Surely that did not happen. Oh, good. Good to know we're winning. Great. One more article from him, and then we'll move on. Also, this is off topic, but since I'm talking about my mom anyway, somewhere between when, like, Gretchen Whitmer lifted the initial stay-at-home order and put the mask mandate in place, Like, almost immediately, for one thing, my mom is shit at using the mask. She'll fucking, like, do this and touch it constantly, and, like, she'll pull it down and touch it, and, like, touch her face and be smoking, and it's like, well, what the fuck do you think the point of the mask is for? And she posted, like, a picture to Facebook of her and her sister, like, right after lockdown was raised, at Bronner's Christmas store in Frankenmuth. If you're not from Michigan, basically the world's biggest Christmas store is around here. It's an okay place. It's fine. It's, you know, it's cute. And she was just there with no mask on with her sister. Like, I don't know. And the worst part is, she when we were still talking, she'd say shit to me like, I'm taking this seriously. I care a lot. And it's like, do you though? I swear to God, she just says stuff that she thinks I want to hear. She's so manipulative. It's ridiculous. And I'm not putting up with that shit anymore. It's why we're not talking anymore. It's ridiculous. Is it always Christmas all year? Yeah, it's like that's their thing. They're a Christmas store. And funny enough, I've been there. It's an alright store. It's fine. The owners are very Christian. And the plaque on the store says, this building is dedicated to God. And I was like, I mean, I guess he might appreciate that, but like, is that necessary? It just seems kind of superfluous to dedicate a building to God. Anyway, CD Projekt Red shows off Cyberpunk 2077's life paths and weapons in new Night City Wire. Let me see if I can find a picture of the dedication. Bronner's, Michigan. Because the plaque is actually pretty darn funny. Let me see if I can find the dedication. Yeah, this is what it looks like. It's like a, you know, a Christmas store. Got all kinds of ornaments and trees and decorations and kitschy Christmas crap. Honestly, I was surprised it wasn't bigger, but, you know. Let me see if I can find the dedication.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Cotton Candy 903 with 10 bits. Hello, just got here. Sorry I'm late. What are we talking about? We're talking about my mom a little bit. I don't think this is it. It's also really blurry, so I can't read it anyway. Maybe there's not a picture of the plaque. Next time I go to Bronner's, which will probably be... No, there it is! Bronner's Christ Miss Wonderland. Dedicated with thankfulness to God. You think God saw that and he was like, oh, fuck yeah, they dedicated the... Not even the whole building, but just the new addition to me. That's pretty cool. I mean, I made the rocks that, you know, made the materials to put the building together, but like, hey, this plaque is cool. Created the whole universe, but hey, I also got this plaque now, so. Anyway. CD Projekt Red shows off Cyberpunk 2077's life paths and weapons in new Night City Wire. So they did, you know, another thing for Cyberpunk. If you're playing games, you probably know about Cyberpunk. It's one of the most anticipated games of the year. Of course, one angry gamer, being a game journalist, hates it. He hates it. Because he thinks it's SJW propaganda because there's women in it or something. Or because the women don't make his pee-pee hard. It's very strange. CD Projekt Red has aired the second Night City Wire digital event, which detailed Cyberpunk 2077's 3 life paths, weapons, and more. As of now, the upcoming game will launch worldwide during the mid-part of November across PC, PS4, and Xbox One. From poor desert dwellers, low-life ghetto doers, to evil corporate suits. I don't know why he put evil in quotes. They are evil. It's Cyberpunk. Corporations are evil in Cyberpunk. And real life. But, yeah, I don't know what the quotes are for. The new trailer embodies everything that you'd expect from current year, and that also includes a vegan band that hates capitalism and preaches socialism. Oh no! This band doesn't eat meat or animal products. That means that literally the music in this game is fueled by veganism. Oh no. Firstly, Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure game. Castle Wench, thank you for subscribing at Tier 1. Oh yeah, my sub-goal thing is updating now. Good, I'm glad. Firstly, Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure game that explores the city Night City. In this megalopolis, obsessed city that craves power, glamour, and body modifications, players will assume the role of V, a mercenary outlaw who is searching for a one-of-a-kind implant that is the key to immortality. You can also be trans in the game. True, you can. On this quest, players will be able to choose V's past, which spans from being a corpo, nomad, and street kid, and then they have the videos. I'm not going to play them because I don't want to get, you know, DMCA'd, but you can find the videos. They're cool. The gameplay looks good. All the RPG elements look fun. I'm very looking forward to this game. Genuinely. I think the world of it seems cool. I like sci-fi games. I like RPGs. I like shooters. Seems like it'll be a good mix of the three. On the path to rising in the ranks of the poor or rich districts in Night City, players will be able to use a variety of weapons like the Tsunami Nekomata, the Thermal Katana, projectile launch system, and more is seen below. They did a video on the weapons. Remember the vegan band that's against capitalism? Well, the Night City Wire offered viewers a sneak peek at how Cyberpunk 2077's music is made. One of the many bands that will be helping out is Refused, which brings the in-game Chrome Rock legends Samurai to life. In-game, there's a band called Samurai, and I believe the band is headed by Johnny Silverhand, who's played by Keanu Reeves. Although he's dead, I think, in the game. He's gonna be, like, basically... his mind has been uploaded to a chip, and that chip gets implanted in your brain so you can see Keanu Reeves. It's almost like a digital ghost. But anyway, in the world of Cyberpunk, because Cyberpunk started as a tabletop RPG game, started in, I think, the 70s or something like that, there's this long lore, because the tabletop game was Cyberpunk, like, 2020 or something like that, which was the future, of course, when the game was made. Cyberpunk 2077 takes place later in the timeline of that universe, which is crazy. That's so cool for the guy, by the way, who made the tabletop game. Because I play D&D, you know. Jake and I both do D&D, and we both homebrew our stuff. So he homebrews Cador, which is the planet, basically, and I sort of homebrew Tranquis, which is a city on that planet in a different period of time. So just the idea that, like... and this will never happen to either of us, because we're not, like, we didn't create a whole system, you know, and we're not Matt Mercer, let's say that. Anyway, so we'll never have this happen, but just the idea of a DM and in the future, seeing someone take your world that you have homebrewed and turning it into a video game, it's gotta be a fucking dream come true. That's wild to see your creation come to life. So I'm really, really happy for that guy. I think his name was Mike Pondsmith or something like that. What did I think of Steampunk Drafts Group on YouTube? Pretty fucking sweet. Oh god, I still gotta watch him. I think I've seen him before, but it's been a while. With that said, you can check out the Swedish hardcore punk band right here, explaining what it's like to make music for a video game, as well as changing up things to match Johnny Silverhand and his band's persona. So again, there's a video on that. As mentioned above, the upcoming action-adventure RPG known as Cyberpunk 2077 will launch worldwide on November 19th, 2020 for PC via Steam, Epic Games Store, and GOG, PS4, and Xbox One. Of course, he decided, despite the fact that this is all about... basically, this article's filler. The article is, hey, they held an event. Hey, here's this video. Hey, here's this video. Hey, here's this video. And the only substantive content that was added was basically him talking about how the band is vegan and they're not capitalists or they're anti-capitalist or whatever, which is not a substantive thing to add to your article. One Eye Gamer is really bad at his job. I just wanted to put that out there. Song of Xandar, welcome. Thank you for following.